here and Friday. So let's go, right? Let's go, let's grow. So where do you find the replays? Good question. And you know what? That should have been emailed to you from the person that invited you, but I'm putting it in the chat right now. Okay. That is to access all 3 of the replays. Okay, yay. Okay, so I just put that, okay, Sonia, just get back with the person that invited you and they can help you, okay? She said she never received an email to purchase a program, not in spam either. Do you know who invited you? You can put that in the chat here. We can find them real quick so they can just private message you and get you that. I can help you with that. Robin said, should I start over with a brand new account on all platforms? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Robin, what a phenomenal question. And thank you so much for asking that question. So yes and no. So let me share this with you. Facebook, no, because it takes a long time to build Facebook. So use your existing business on Facebook. Now, if you want to make inside of that also just a business account on Facebook as well, like you can do that as well, but keep your existing Facebook. Now, as for YouTube, I would not start a new YouTube, right? Use your existing YouTube. I'll share a fun story with you guys. I've had a YouTube channel for, I don't know, over a decade because I thought I was going to try to do it when I was in network marketing, and I had like 13 followers that were just my friends. And I think my mom and then my friends, and nobody watched the like the 4 or 5 videos I ever put up. So I didn't create a new one. They're there. I love to go back and look at them, like how far I've come. And so I just use my existing YouTube. So I recommend that as well. And then what was the other? Oh, Instagram. So the way, now I'm going to talk about Instagram and TikTok at the exact same time. The way the algorithms work in Instagram and TikTok, you guys can start a brand new account in there and just excel quickly because of the way the algorithms work. Because what happens is, and what I mean by algorithms literally align your content with other people that are engaging in similar stuff. So that is brilliant, right? So you can literally start a new account and be super consistent. So with all that being said, that's good. But if you already have an existing Instagram, it depends, or TikTok, my question is to use it is this. It depends what you've been doing on those platforms. So let's say this, for example. Let's say, for example, you're getting ready to launch your own online business and you want to show people an educational program that will teach them how to attract daily paying customers. But your TikTok this entire time has been about watching comedians. You're going to have a hard time getting those algorithms to convert to this direction. So will it happen? Absolutely. It could just take a little bit longer. So this is what I tell people all the time. When I go to TikTok, TikTok is my storefront. Okay? Which means you think about it in the world, right? You go down to your main town and you see a new business. And what's the first thing you do? You look in the window to decide if you want to come in. So I want you to look at your TikTok that way. I want you to look at your Instagram that way. It's your storefront. So with all that being said, you have to pay attention to what you do. Like my TikTok, I don't do nothing if it doesn't align with what my perfect customers would be searching. So it's so funny. If one of my kids are like, Mom, you should look at this video. I'm like, let me look at it on your phone. Because I know it would not align with what my customers wanted. So that is why I've made a lot of money on TikTok, because I've been very protective of where I've gone as well. And I've been very consistent. So I tell people all the time, if you like scrolling on TikTok and checking other things out, then I would create a brand new TikTok. I really would. Now, there's another part of it. Let's say you have a TikTok and you got 20,000 followers or 2,000 followers, and you really want to use that account. Then what I would do is I would go on a 7-day launch with them. right? And I would thank them for following you and thank them for engaging in your post, and that you're really excited for the next journey of your life, the next journey that you're going on, or the next chapter. Right. I remember when I launched my business, because this is a strategy I did, but I was like, you guys, I decided not to create a new chapter. I decided to create a new book. I was ready for a new book. And so that's how you can take the audience that you have and just take them on a journey for like 7 days and really help them see the vision that you have and what you're excited about. And then you can introduce them, and then many will pivot with you because you did good at storytelling instead of selling. People don't want to be sold. The amount of money, you ready? I'm going to give you guys a hot tip today. The amount of money you make is based on the amount of value you put out there. It's not based on the amount of content, it's based on the amount of value. And if you want to make a lot of money in the digital world, care more about people than you care about making money. Because connection equals currency. The money follows when the connection is created. It is truly that simple. I am blown away how hard we make it to make money. It's not hard. You brought value before. If you have a significant other, you brought value to them that they wanted to be with you. If you have a child, you brought value to somebody at one time that they had a child with you. So you can't say you don't know how to bring value. Okay? Awesome. Connection equals currency. Yes. All right. Good question, though. Okay. So Allison says on TikTok, you can link your website with less than 1,000 followers. Please don't worry about that. You guys, I didn't hit 1,000 followers on TikTok until I was in for 6 weeks. But guess what? I made 7,000 my first month, and I made 14,000. I made $21,000 off the TikTok platform before I had 1,000 followers. And I made $21,000. How? It's called a CTA. Put that in the chat. CTA, a call to action. That's why when you guys decide to launch your business, okay, one of the most important things you can do, and don't do this ahead of time, because too many people do this ahead of time and then they got to buy another one. When you're inside the program, you're going to, part of the training, you're going to get your own domain. When you purchase a domain, make sure it's easy to say, easy to spell, and easy to remember. See, I would have loved to gone with Work with Michelle, but nobody spells my name right. Nobody does. So I would have caused friction for my audience. So if I did a CTA and told them and replied to the call to action with visit workwithmichelle.com for details, then when people left the platform, and usually what they do is they're on TikTok on here, then they use their iPad or their laptop to go type it in. If they typed it in wrong, I lost them. Fancy never converts. Simple converts. So the next best thing to me was, well, you love working with people, but why do you love working with people? Because you want to teach them how to make daily pay. So daily pay business. Easy to say, easy to spell, and easy to remember. So that's all I did. I went out there and I created content and I did a CTA, which people would answer my CTA, which my CTA is usually ready. And they put ready in the comments and I replied back with my domain. That's how I built $21,000 before I even had a link. I still make more money off of the CTAs than I do the link. So you got to get rid of that. That's like that scarcity mindset that you guys think you have to have a link before you can make money. That's so not true. That's why I do not believe in Stan Store. This is why I do not believe in Beacon. This is why I don't believe in Linktree. Because that is a lot for somebody to have to leave the platform and type in. Plus, you think about it. Think about this. Look at, I'm gonna show you. Watch this. Look at somebody's behavior on TikTok, right? They're scrolling like this, right? They're scrolling quickly. So if you literally have them be linktree dot do 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 dee 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 dee, you've lost them. That's way too much. Plus, the ones that do decide to go to Linktree and type it in, if they go there and then they see like 2 or 3 or 4 other things, immediately their mind is like, oh, cool, there's a lot of information here. I'll get to it later. Then you never captured their email. I have a gal inside my community that was just doing so good. I'm talking, she was 8 to 12,000 every single month. She literally reached out to me and she goes like, my income is flatlined. I go look at her content and I'm like, something's changed because your content's still the same. I said, what? I go, when did it flatline? And she's like, October something. And I was like, what changed? And she goes, oh my gosh, I added a stand store. See, she provided a frictionless experience. And then the moment, and so here's what I mean by that. Oh, wow, this is really good. They can they can type in your website and they only can do one thing when they get there. One thing, and that is put their email in. Now, after they do that, they should immediately be taken to the capture page to watch the video because the video delivers value. And remember what I said, you guys, the more value you bring, connection equals currency. Value drives currency. Currency drives a connection. So then you should do that. Now, after that, in an email, if you want to take them to your stand store or your beacon or your link tree, that's great because they trust you now because you deliver value the moment you got their email. That's why literally it flatlined her. She had a flow going. So she did exactly what I said. Boom. 3 days later, she got a customer. 3 days. I'm telling you, we make it way too hard to make money. We think if we offer more things, it's going to bring more money. No, 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 no. It causes more people to have to think. Now, if you have an email list, right? And after they've been on a journey with you for 14 days and they haven't bought your main thing, I totally think it's awesome. You should introduce other things because you gave them value for 14 days. And it's all on autopilot. I have a personal assistant, Celine. She's actually on here, you guys, and we met yesterday for the first time. She's been my personal assistant for a while, but we met because I'm here in Arizona where she lives. And it's interesting because she's like, your automations work so good. She goes, like the emails, like people will reply to your automations and they'll have conversations with me and they think I'm like literally having a conversation with them. That's a converting machine. The moment you can make people feel that good and that engaged is when you win. And that's what I love. That's why I'm like, if you guys literally implement the power of automations and getting the best converting emails, you have a predictable income stream that can completely change literally your family's life and give you that predictable income. Okay, let me see. I'm looking for more questions. If somebody's got a question, if you want to type it in real quick. Okay, so this is a business. Somebody said, what happens if you purchase a $600 digital mastery and someone wants to purchase a 900? It's not on your website, right? It's not on your website. You only market what is on your website. So if all you can afford is a digital mastery, that's a great place to start. Just don't stay there. Right? Because you can upgrade to the legacy for the difference of $300. So what I recommend is starting there and then get your first customer. So your business is in profit mode and get another customer, put $300 in your pocket and the other 300 to upgrade to the legacy. And then you pay the $29 website fee to get access to the legacy builder website. And then you're good to go and you get all income streams. Okay. Just a minute. What does Michelle mean? The lady put her store link on her TikTok. Yeah, instead of her website link, she put her stand store and her business completely plummeted. It actually has happened to a lot of people. I had another person that was like, I used to get tons of leads in every day and my leads quit. I'm like, what'd you change? She goes, oh gosh, I added stands. So I'm like, man, so wild how we can get so uncoachable. It's just so wild to me. If you want to know why I'm successful, because I'm just the most coachable person. I am a sponge. I'm a sponge for learning. I'm a sponge for implementation, and I'm a sponge to not quit and tell. And if things get hard, I don't veer. I know if something's getting hard, diamonds are made in the rough. So I know if something is getting a little bit harder, that's because I lacked in that skill to make it easy. So that's why I push through more, and that's when I explode. The explosion happens that. And so when I see a lot of people, when it gets a little hard, it's like, oh, can't handle hard, so I'm going to go over here because it's going to be easy over here. No. You're always going to hit the hard. No matter what you do in life, if you want to grow, you always hit a hard. It's not that it's hard. We just define it as hard because it's something new and we're terrified to learn a new skill. For some odd reason, grown adults say they shouldn't have to learn anymore. The more I learn, the more I earn. And the more I earn, the more lives I get impact. And because I'm willing to learn more, I'm willing to grow, I'm willing to get out of my comfort zone. That is why I will set 1,000 families free. Like I will. It's going to happen. And I love that. Yeah, you can ask a question. That's what we're here for. Okay. If you don't have a clickable link, where do you click to go to the landing page? Okay, I'm gonna explain that again, you guys, because this is your secret sauce. This is freedom. Okay. How I built my entire business to multi-millions of dollars now, because I think I'm going to end 2024 with $4 million. Unbelievable. In 2 years and 2 months ago, I was hoping to make 54,000 in 1 year. And I just did this easy strategy. Stop making it so hard to make money. So I create a piece of content. At the very end, if you want to learn more about the blueprint that I followed, put ready in the comments. I would absolutely love to share it with you. People put ready in the comments. By the way, you guys, that's how I've grown my following. Because what happens is the moment somebody watches the entire video and then the moment they reply, obviously they're my potential perfect customer. So it alerts the algorithms to push that out to more people like them. That's how I built my following of my raving fans. So they put ready in the comments and I reply back with visit. Then I put my domain, visit my domain for more details. So all of a sudden, people are notified that I commented on their post. They see my domain and they go type it in. That's how I built $1 million business. I didn't need no link because you can't have it's never clickable in the comments. So everybody's so worried about having it clickable in your profile, but it will never be clickable in your comments. Don't worry about having a clickable link. Worry about you delivering more value so more people want to buy from you. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's how I built my business with CTAs, by the way. I want to ask you guys a question real quick. How many of you have ever seen a video that's got a lot of comments and you go look at the comments? Anybody? Am I the only one? Like you see a TikTok video, you're like, oh, I got to click on the comments. There's like 300 comments. Yes, me. Yes, exactly. Yes. So think about it. You have a video that you do, and you do a CTA in your video, a call to action. People put yes in the comments and you reply back with your domain. Somebody puts yes in the comments, you reply back with your domain. And guess what happens, my friend? Somebody clicks on your video because there's quite a few comments and they're seeing your domain over and over and over and over. You planted that seed. And if your domain was easy to say, easy to spell,